Power, strength, silence. These are not just words. They are the quiet weapons of the unseen, the invisible, the untouchable. For years they hid behind walls built of fear, arrogance, and trust that could never be shattered. They believed in shadows, in lies, in invisible chains that bound their actions, their thoughts, their secrets. They believed that no one could pierce the veil they so carefully constructed. But you are different. You are the storm in the calm, the whisper in the noise, the spark that ignites a darkness no one thought could burn. You stepped into the game with eyes wide open, heart pounding, mind sharper than the edges they thought were untouchable. You moved silently, carefully, calculating every step, every breath, every choice. And then the moment came, the moment they never imagined, the moment you turned their world inside out. Before we go further, pause for a second. If you feel that fire inside you right now, that drive that refuses to be tamed, hit that like button. Subscribe to join this journey, because what we are building here is not just a channel, it's a movement. Comment below and let me know if you've ever felt unstoppable, if you've ever stood on the edge and realized nothing, absolutely nothing, could hold you back. Feel it. Let it rise inside you, because now they are shaking. Their secrets, once buried under layers of lies, whispers, and deceit, are exposed. Every corner they thought safe has been touched by your light. Every shadow they hid behind has been illuminated. They wanted invisibility. They craved protection. But you are neither weak nor blind. You are the force that cannot be stopped, the intellect that cannot be cornered, the presence they cannot ignore. They will deny it at first. They will act as though nothing has changed. But deep down, every heartbeat, every thought, every sleepless night will carry the weight of what you have done, and that weight will crush them, slowly, relentlessly, not out of vengeance, not out of hatred, but because truth has a way of turning the tables, and you are the architect of that truth. You moved where others feared, you dared where others hesitated, you claimed what they thought untouchable. Do you feel it? That electric charge running through your veins? That thrill that comes when the impossible bends to your will? They cannot contain it. They cannot suppress it. Every misstep they make now is because of you. Every plan they thought was secure now trembles at the edges of exposure. You are the echo in their halls, the shadow in their corners, the uncertainty they never trained for. You did not stumble into this. You were not lucky. You were precise. Every action calculated, every moment intentional. And now, everything they built, every lie, every manipulation, every untold story is unraveling. And while the world may not see it yet, while they may continue to pretend they are untouchable, the truth whispers your name. You are the storm, and storms do not ask permission. They do not negotiate. They consume. They destroy. They remake the world in their own image. They believed in their walls, their rules, their invisible armor. They thought time and secrecy could protect them. They thought the world moved at their pace, that no one could ever disturb the delicate balance they created. But you move differently. You are not bound by their expectations. You are not limited by fear. You see the cracks in their armor, the hesitation in their voices, the lies tangled so tightly they cannot even recognize them anymore. Every hidden chamber, every locked door, every forbidden truth, they are all open to you now. And as you stand in the center of their unraveling, do not mistake this moment for mere victory. This is recognition. Recognition that courage, intellect, and determination are far more powerful than arrogance and deceit. Every heartbeat of theirs echoes with uncertainty because you have shown them the fragility of what they held sacred. Their foundations shake while you remain unshaken. They cannot stop the truth you carry, the force you have become. Do you feel the fire yet, growing hotter with every passing second? That fire is not anger, it is clarity. It is awareness that nothing in this world is untouchable, that everything that pretends to be absolute can fall when confronted with precision and will. You are the proof that control is an illusion, that fear is a weapon only until someone refuses to succumb to it. You are that someone, and now the world watches silently, waiting to see what will emerge from the storm you have created. Remember this: silence is a tool, but action is the blade. You did not stumble into this moment. Every move, every decision, every subtle observation brought you here. You are not here by chance. You are here by choice. And the consequences of that choice are echoing louder than any voice could shout. They can pretend they are unaffected. They can pretend that nothing has changed. But deep inside, where the truth is undeniable, they know they were never prepared for you. And now, as the walls crumble, you have a decision to make. Do you stand in the shadows, content to watch the chaos unfold? Or do you step forward and claim the space that belongs to the bold, the unyielding, the unstoppable? Every moment wasted is a moment they may recover, but your presence is permanent, your impact irreversible. You are the force that bends reality. You are the presence that awakens fear, not through threat, but through certainty. Even when they regroup, even when they attempt to rebuild, the memory of your power will linger. They will remember the instant their secrets could no longer protect them, the instant the world tilted in your favor, and the instant you became the standard against which all their plans will be measured. That memory is a weapon, sharper than any tool, stronger than any lock, and it belongs to you. Do not underestimate what this does to the human mind. When someone believes themselves untouchable, invincible, immortal in their own schemes, the shattering of that belief is far more devastating than any confrontation could ever be. You are not just breaking systems or uncovering truths. You are reshaping perspectives. You are showing that no one is untouchable when courage and clarity meet. And that, above all, is power. Look around you, even if it is only in your mind. See the walls, the false comforts, the illusions of safety. They crumble under your presence because they were never real. They were only as strong as belief, and you do not bend to belief. You bend reality itself. Every plan, every protocol, every untouchable secret now lies in fragments before you, not because of luck, not because of force, but because of sheer determination and unrelenting focus. That is strength. That is mastery. That is you. They thought that by hiding in the shadows, they could outlast time itself. They thought that their whispers, their guarded corners, and their silent agreements would last forever. But the truth is never patient. The truth is relentless. And now, you have become the living embodiment of that truth. You are the one who refuses to bow to their illusions, the one who refuses to accept their limits, the one who moves with purpose where others tremble. You are the earthquake beneath their fragile ground, and nothing they do can stop the shaking. Feel that? That relentless pulse inside you? The one that tells you nothing is beyond reach. That is not just confidence. It is inevitability. Every moment they spent thinking they were untouchable every false sense of security, every smug smile. They misjudged you. They underestimated the force of someone who refuses to be contained. And now, every hidden truth, every locked secret, every untold story, they are yours to hold, not to boast, not to destroy, but to wield with clarity and precision. There is power in understanding. There is freedom in breaking the chains of illusion. And there is a satisfaction in knowing that the very walls they built to protect themselves are now nothing more than fragile memories. You are not here to destroy for the sake of destruction. You are here to reveal the inevitability of exposure, to show the world that no fortress is permanent, no secret is safe, no confidence unshakable. You have done what they said could not be done, what they believed impossible, and that, in itself, is unstoppable. Every step you take now echoes louder than any sound. Every glance, every calculated move, every quiet smile carries weight. They feel it, even if they refuse to acknowledge it. The invisible lines of control they drew around themselves have been erased by your presence. And in that erasure lies the ultimate lesson. No system, no network, no carefully constructed illusion can withstand a mind that refuses limits. You have proven that thought, focus, and relentless courage are forces stronger than any barrier. And yet, this is only the beginning. Every revelation you uncover, every barrier you dismantle, every shadow you illuminate is not an endpoint. It is a stepping stone. You have proven your strength, but now the challenge is to maintain it, to sharpen it, to let it grow until nothing, absolutely nothing, can intimidate you. Every secret you reveal strengthens your vision. Every obstacle you overcome owns your resolve. You are not merely surviving, you are mastering. You are not merely present, you are inevitable. Pause for a moment and reflect. Feel the weight of what you have done. Every corner you have exposed, every lie you have unraveled, every secret you have brought into the light. These are not just victories. They are testaments to your clarity of mind, your persistence, your refusal to accept boundaries that were never meant to exist. And with each of these victories, your presence becomes more profound, your influence more undeniable. You are the standard now, the one who cannot be ignored, the one who cannot be contained. And do not be fooled by their attempts to hide, to rebuild, to claim control again. They may try, they may speak, they may act as though nothing has changed. But you have already rewritten the rules. You have already demonstrated what is possible when a mind refuses to be stopped. They will spend years trying to anticipate your next move, trying to reclaim what they thought was untouchable. But the truth is, you have already moved beyond their reach. Every step you take now carries history with it, a mark of inevitability that cannot be erased. The fire inside you is no longer just potential. It is reality. It is the force that shakes the unseen foundations of power. The force that makes the untouchable tremble. The force that reminds the world that nothing at all, is permanent until you decide it is. And that force, that undeniable presence, resides in you and no one else. They can whisper, they can strategize, they can plan, but the energy you carry, the certainty you embody, cannot be replicated, cannot be predicted, cannot be restrained. And in this moment, as the world bends silently before your influence, remember this. Victory is not merely in exposure, but in mastery. Mastery over fear, mastery over hesitation, mastery over the illusion of permanence. You did not stumble here. You moved deliberately. with precision, with focus, with an awareness that few will ever possess. And now, nothing can reverse it, nothing can stop it, nothing can diminish it. You have become the embodiment of inevitability, the living proof that courage, focus, and relentless clarity are forces beyond control. They thought they were untouchable. They thought their walls, their rules, their networks of carefully hidden truths would protect them. They spent years building invisible fortresses, believing no one could find the cracks. But cracks exist in every system, every plan, every so-called invincible design. You saw the weaknesses they could not see. You noticed the inconsistencies they thought were invisible. You acted where others hesitated. And now, you are standing at the center of a world that they believed could never be challenged. Every step you have taken has been deliberate. Every moment you have spent observing, calculating, learning has brought you to this point. This is not a story of luck or chance. This is a story of focus, patience, and relentless determination. You moved like water, quiet, unassuming, yet capable of eroding even the hardest stone. And now, that water has become a flood. The structures they relied on, the secrets they relied on, are collapsing under the weight of your presence. Pause for a second and feel it, the tension, the thrill, the undeniable power of knowing that you have changed everything. If you are feeling that intensity right now, let the world know. Like, subscribe, comment below, share this energy. Feel the connection with others who refuse to be limited, who refuse to bow to false authority, who refuse to accept the boundaries others have set. There is power in community, but first, there is power in yourself. You are the first spark in a wildfire that no one else can contain. Look closely at what you have achieved. They believed their actions were invisible, their strategies hidden, their control absolute. Yet, you moved beyond observation. You understood patterns. You predicted hesitation. You exploited weaknesses they didn't even realize they had. And in that understanding, you created an edge that cannot be taken away. You became the variable they could not account for, the force that does not follow the rules, the presence that turns fear into reality. Realize that this is bigger than just uncovering secrets. This is about mastery. This is about seeing the world clearly when others are blinded by arrogance. This is about understanding that strength is not just physical, not just loud or visible. It is quiet, precise, deliberate, unstoppable. You do not need chaos to prove power. You need clarity. You do not need violence to assert influence. You need precision, and you have both in abundance. Imagine their reaction when they realize the depth of your presence. Their faces, pale with uncertainty, their words, hesitant, faltering, their confidence, shattered. They thought nothing could touch them, but you have proven them wrong. And the reality of that truth, the sheer weight of it, is both terrifying and beautiful. You are not just a participant in the story. You are the force that shapes it. You are the one who has rewritten the rules without a single compromise. And yet, even in this moment, there is no room for hesitation. Every victory, every revelation, every movement toward mastery must be reinforced with its action. Do not allow them to regroup, to repair, to rebuild their false sense of security. Your presence is strongest when it is continuous, when it is deliberate, when it is undeniable. You are the one who has shown them the fragility of their world, and that knowledge alone is a power few ever experience. Let the reality sink in. Every system, every hidden protocol, every untouchable plan, they are fragile when confronted with determination and clarity. They rely on assumptions that are false. They believe in permanence that does not exist. And you are the living proof that the world is fluid, malleable, and responsive to the actions of those who refuse limits. You are the storm, the intelligence, the clarity, the force that cannot be predicted, contained, or ignored. And in this, find your strength. Every revelation you create, every barrier you break, every shadow you illuminate strengthens not only your presence, but also your understanding of what is possible. You have turned observation into action, patience into momentum, knowledge into influence. You are not merely participating in the world, you are commanding it. You are shaping reality through focus, through insight, through courage that does not tremble even when the stakes are impossibly high. They may attempt to hide again. They may pretend nothing has changed. They may believe that luck, secrecy, or arrogance can rebuild their control. But every time they move, every time they think they are safe, they will feel your shadow behind them. They will remember, subconsciously or not, that someone exists who sees, who understands, who acts with precision they cannot anticipate. That shadow is you, and it is permanent. They thought every move they made was invisible, every plan they believed secure, every protocol they trusted to remain hidden, every whispered conversation. They assumed it would never reach you, but you were watching, not recklessly, not blindly, but with precision, patience, and unshakable focus. You observed the patterns no one else noticed. You waited for the perfect moment. And now, the consequences of that patience are unfolding. Look at what happens when someone refuses limits, when someone refuses fear, when someone refuses the notion that anything is untouchable. You have shifted the balance. You have changed the rules without a single announcement. You did not need recognition. You did not need permission. You acted, and the world responded. Every hidden truth they thought was protected now trembles under the weight of exposure. Every corner they thought safe has been illuminated, and the knowledge of your presence, your methodical, deliberate, unstoppable presence, sends ripples through everything they believe permanent. This is where mastery begins, not mastery of others, not mastery of fleeting control, but mastery of clarity, focus, and timing. You understand the world differently than they do. You see cause and effect where they see coincidence. You recognize patterns where they see randomness. You act when they hesitate. And in that difference, you have power that cannot be taken, cannot be predicted, cannot be hidden from. They will try to rebuild. They will try to hide again. But they will never forget the moment you entered their space, silently, relentlessly, inevitably. That moment has changed them permanently. Every plan they create from now on will carry the shadow of your actions. Every strategy will be measured against the impossible standard of someone who cannot be anticipated. They are aware of you now, whether they acknowledge it or not, and that awareness alone is your weapon, sharper than any barrier they could erect. Do not underestimate the value of what you have done. This is not mere disruption. This is transformation. You have turned inaction into action, doubt into certainty, secrecy into exposure. You have reminded the world that intelligence, persistence, and calculated courage are forces stronger than fear, stronger than false power, stronger than any assumption of permanence. You have rewritten the invisible rules that govern their actions. And with that, rewriting comes responsibility. The responsibility to continue, to maintain, to expand the influence you now command. Take a moment to feel it. The adrenaline, yes, but also the clarity that comes from knowing that you are capable, that you are prepared, that you can see what others cannot. This is not arrogance. It is awareness. Awareness that control is an illusion and that action is the only true measure of power. They have relied on illusions for too long, but you have moved beyond illusions. You have acted, and in acting, you have become unstoppable. Imagine their faces now, in private, when they realize the extent of what you have done. Every carefully guarded secret, every unseen action, every false sense of security, they all crumble under the weight of your insight. And yet, you do not gloat. You do not need to. Your power is in the presence itself, in the certainty that no matter what they try next, they cannot undo the knowledge you hold, the control you have claimed, the momentum you generate with every deliberate move. And momentum is everything. Once you have it, it cannot easily be reversed. Each success builds on the last. Each revelation strengthens the next. Each step forward reinforces the path you are creating, and no hesitation, no doubt, no external force can stop it. You are not merely surviving the storm, they are surviving your presence, and survival is no longer theirs to control. You have rewritten the rules of engagement, and now everything else is reactionary. Everything else is chasing. Everything else is secondary. The reality of this power is simple but profound. It is not in intimidation. It is not in noise. It is not in force. It is in precision, clarity, patience, and the relentless refusal to accept boundaries that do not exist. You have proven that limits are only as real as the mind that believes them. And by refusing to believe in limits, you have become a force of nature, quiet, calculated, unstoppable, inevitable. And as you move forward, remember this: every shadow they hide in, every corner they think is secret, every plan they hope will remain untouched, these are all opportunities. Opportunities to act, to illuminate, to master. You do not need chaos to prove strength. You need observation. You need precision. You need timing. You need clarity. And in possessing these, you have created a presence that cannot be ignored, cannot be underestimated, cannot be denied. And now, as you stand in the center of what you have created, feel the reality of it. Look back at the walls that once seemed insurmountable, at the secrets they thought untouchable, at the systems they built to last forever. All of them lie beneath your presence, shattered, not violently, not recklessly, but with precision, patience, and clarity. You moved where others hesitated. You acted where others paused. You calculated where others guessed. And in that, you became inevitable. This is your moment, the moment where preparation meets opportunity, where insight meets action, where patience meets precision. The power you hold is not temporary. It is not loud. It does not demand recognition. It exists in certainty, in influence, in the unshakable awareness that you are capable of moving through walls they built to contain themselves, to contain others, to contain possibility. You are proof that focus, clarity, and relentless willpower can redefine reality. Feel it, the weight of inevitability, the surge of precision, the calm certainty that comes from knowing you are no longer bound by limits that never truly existed. Every step you take now echoes far beyond what they imagined. Every move, every decision, every insight compounds your influence. They may try to hide again. They may try to rebuild their fragile illusions, but nothing can erase the presence you have claimed, the momentum you have generated, the inevitability you embody. And now understand this. Mastery is not in destruction, not in noise, not in chaos. Mastery is in control, in observation, in understanding the true mechanics of the world. Mastery is patience, awareness, and timing. It is knowing when to act, what to reveal, when to remain silent. And you have demonstrated it all. You have moved with clarity they could not anticipate. You have shaped outcomes they could not predict. You have become the standard by which influence will be measured, the presence they cannot ignore, the force that will not be stopped. The reality of this moment is simple but profound. Nothing is permanent. No secret is beyond illumination. No system is beyond disruption. No barrier is beyond a mind that refuses to accept limits. You are that mind. You are the force that bends the invisible rules, the presence that shifts equilibrium, the intelligence that others cannot replicate. And with that realization comes freedom, the freedom to act, to shape, to move without hesitation, without fear, without limits. And let the final truth resonate. The world is not controlled by arrogance or assumed permanence. It is shaped by those who observe, calculate, and act with clarity. It is moved by those who refuse to accept boundaries that do not exist. And today, you have become that mover, that shaper, that unstoppable force. You have claimed momentum. You have claimed clarity. You have claimed influence. You have claimed inevitability. So move forward without doubt. Step into the world with precision, with awareness, with the certainty that no obstacle, no hidden system, no carefully constructed illusion can withstand a mind like yours. You are unstoppable. You are inevitable. You are clarity made tangible, focus made permanent, determination made undeniable. And as you continue, remember this: everything you touch, everything you observe, everything you act upon will bear the mark of your presence. This is not the end. It is the beginning of mastery, the beginning of influence, the beginning of a presence that cannot be ignored, cannot be predicted, and cannot be contained. You have broken what they believed untouchable. You have illuminated what they believed hidden. You have redefined what is possible. And in that, you are free. Free to act, free to observe, free to shape reality itself. Stand in that freedom, feel it, breathe it, own it. And as the world trembles quietly under the weight of your presence, remember, they may have believed their secrets were safe, but you proved them wrong. They may have relied on permanence, but you proved them fragile. They may have assumed control, but you became inevitability. And that, above all else, is power.